Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're gonna talk about Disney again, because that's like every other video has been Disney this summer.
It's funny because we talk about Disney all the time. It was our job, and it still is my job. Besides this is to do Disney vlogs. So this is something I do every day anyway.
Yeah, prior to doing more Clownfish TV, we actually ran a pretty popular Disney theme park blog. So we literally went to Disney and Universal parks all the time, and wrote about it, reviewed them for a number of years. This is what we did. This
is what I still do. So me, not you, me. I still do it.
Yeah. Geeky still has her own blog where she talks about Disney from a consumer angle.
Yes, it's piratesandprincesses.net. That's piratesandprincesses.net.
And you know, so we're pretty familiar with Disney, kind of the internal workings of how they think through their pricing, because we covered this for so many years. And you know, we've been watching kind of the parks like really take a beating in the PR department this summer. You know, of course,
and the attendance department.
Yeah, the attendance, which, you know, the media is pouncing on. So, of course, the big news is Galaxy's Edge did not perform anywhere near what Disney expected it to in Disneyland. The attendance was down. The attendance is apparently down in Disney World as well, because they're releasing all kinds of crazy offers to lure people to the parks. Disney only discounts tickets when things are bad.
Yeah, they don't do it when things are good. They want every penny they can.
Right, and we've talked about that in numerous videos. So the reason we're covering Disney so much this summer is they are opening all kinds of new attractions and lands, and it's actually driving people away.
Well, I think the prices are driving people away.
The prices are driving people away.
And that's what we're going to talk about here today, is they just released a new offer this morning that is a steep discount on tickets at Disney World. You don't usually see reduced ticket prices at Walt Disney World. You see free dining offered all the time. Or like you know, you might get 25% off a room or something, but ticket prices, they haven't done that in years.
No.
Not since our kids were little, when they would do the, you know, kids go for free tickets and things.
And that's been like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, this has been a while since they've done ticket discounts.
So, okay, before we get into the video, please subscribe to the channel if you have not. We really appreciate all of you who have subscribed. We hit over 50,000 subs. We're hoping to hit 100,000 by the end of the year. Wishful thinking.
I know it is wishful thinking, but when you wish upon a star, you can either get turned into an ATM or your wishes come true. It depends on who you're talking to.
When you wish to turn into, that's what Disney wants. They want everybody to be an ATM machine. But thank you so much for that. We do cover pop culture news, views, and rants here on... I'm
sorry. You said everybody's an ATM machine. I'm just thinking, where's the slot?
Oh.
Swipe that card.
Swipe that card. Goes vertically or horizontally?
Yeah.
Vertically, I think.
Yeah.
The vertical swipe. Okay, so anyway, yeah, like Geeky was saying, just this morning, Disney released another offer because attendance is down. If you've watched our other videos, you'll realize attendance is down like 3 or 5%, which they actually made it up in with price increases.
Yes, they keep jacking everything up in price.
Yeah, so fewer rocks, but they're getting more blood out of those rocks, but that's going to come to an end because even other media outlets are saying that people have pretty much hit the ceiling on what they're willing to pay for Disney.
Right, and Disney's answer to everything is, oh no, it's okay, we'll just charge everything up higher. And they have been. They've raised parking, they've raised hotels, they have raised ticket prices, they have raised, just in Galaxy's Edge that we just talked about the other day, they raised prices up on the merchandise, $2 here, $10 there.
Not even 3 months.
Yeah.
It hasn't been 3 months and they're already jacking up the little plushies, which were already overpriced to begin with. Now they're like $3, $4 more than they were.
So now, it's interesting because we've been doing these videos and the media's been saying what they're saying and other people have been saying it too. And now it looks like Disney may be listening and understanding that, oh crap, people aren't going to keep paying us a lot of money. They can't afford it. We better cut some prices.
Yeah, and they do this in like, look, it's a very panicky decision. Like Disney, they turn on a dime when it comes to pricing. Like when they raised the annual passes this year, which was a huge mistake, I think.
Oh, it was.
There was like literally no warning. They're just like, everybody woke up one day and they're like, hey, guess what? The annual passes are 25% more than they were yesterday.
Yeah, it was
but
like,
here's
boom.
the good news. Here's the good news. Look at all the extra magic you get with the annual passes.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
But there isn't. I was gonna say real quick, this is my blog right here. This is me. This is me. But they give to one of these deals and they're doing they just did free dining a whole bunch this year too, which was unusual.
Yeah, okay, so we'll talk about that. Disney, again, they don't release offers like this unless they're panicked, and they make these decisions like it's virtually overnight. I think they took a look at the third quarter earnings and the media, giving them a black eye over the dip in attendance, and they freaked out.
And us calling them out, people like us calling them out for
Not just us, but a lot of people.
I said people like us calling them out for the fact that people are being like they reach peak money. They won't spend more. They're just not going to.
We've hit a ceiling. We've hit the ceiling. Mickey's magical glass ceiling. Or something, I don't know, but we've hit the ceiling on the prices because Disney lately. Look, if you've been following Disney parks, if you've been going to Disney parks. Disney used to be for middle class families, and they're not now. You look at what they're the kinds of hotels that they're building, the kinds of premium experiences they're offering, all these upcharge things. They know they have a finite amount of people who are going to go, and they're basically catering to
who they can get the most money out of.
Yeah, who they can get the most money out of. Upper middle class, upper class families, singles. They had that mommy rant about the millennials. Well, if the millennials have money, they want them there.
Yeah, they should be allowed to be there. I mean, that whole thing made me mad. It's like you don't get to tell people they can't go to Disney because you have kids. I mean, that's crap. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, but they know where the money is, and they're trying to appeal to people like that. But the thing is how many times and how much money can you spend on Disney? These people they have if the people they're chasing have unlimited money, they're going to go overseas or someplace else.
Disney's great, but you're not going to want to spend every trip there, So, but it's interesting because they've done it this year. They had the free dining. They've offered hotel discounts this year at Walt Disney World. Now they're doing this ticket discount, which we're going to talk about in a second.
Yeah.
And I want to say real quick, because we always inevitably get that you hate Disney, you're negative people. No, actually, I actually like Disney parks quite a bit. I like Disney cast members a lot. I think they work their butts off, and I like it, and I respect it, but I don't like what Disney does all the time, and I don't think what they've been doing lately is okay, and that I've been calling out.
I mean, we've been going to Disney parks forever. We've taken more trips than we can count. Like I said, we actually made a living, covering Disney and other theme parks for a number of years. Spent way more money on Disney than any human probably should. Own Disney stock, and we've watched in the last 2 or 3 years, especially with the company, just them make
it's imploding.
bad decision after bad decision, not just with the theme parks, but with Star Wars and Marvel Comics and all these. Yeah. It's like, what the hell is going on over there, guys? Know. I'm a shareholder. I can ask that question. What the hell is going on?
I'm a shareholder and a blogger. I can ask that question. What the hell is going on? So they dropped this morning. Okay, this is their new Midday Magic discounted tickets. So they put this on their website, and I think they sent it out as an announcement to travel agents, I'm assuming. So here we go down here, and I even put on here, well, it looks like Disney might finally be getting the hint that people are starting to think that magic is going to be too expensive.
Yep.
So what they're going to do is they have these new tickets, and it's starting today and going to December 15th, but you have to book it by September 30th. And it's interesting to me, too, that they're doing this now, because what's coming up in Disney World right now? Skyliner opens on September 29th.
Yeah, that would be the gondola, for those of you who aren't familiar. It's like the little cars on the cables. Yeah.
Nothing else proves this is a panic move. All this does, because this is their busy time. This is when they're expecting all the crowds, and they're offering special now. We have all the holiday. We're going to have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween during this time. We are going to have the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party in this time frame. You have Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival, and then turning into their Festival of the Holidays in this time, which is their big seller.
The never-ending holiday at Epcot.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge is opening during this time frame with these discounted tickets. I'm just pointing that out there.
So what you're saying is there's a lot going on that normally they would never ever consider discounting tickets or giving free food.
Exactly. This is their busy time. The holidays, they do not give you discounts. Usually discounts end in the fall or in the summer, and then they're ready for their holidays because when they make their money. Point that out. Okay, so these new tickets, basically you can't get to the parks till noon, which for a lot of people, they don't go to the parks till afternoon anyway because they don't want to get up early and they stay till closing. So, I mean, if you're like, you don't mind
you should roll out of the bed and go to, I guess.
They don't usually open till 9 in the fall anyway, do they? I
think it's usually not. Yeah, I mean.
So you're only losing 3 hours.
But we go commando at the park. Okay, that sounds bad.
Okay.
No,
I don't know.
No, we don't actually go. We don't go commando.
Too large to go commando.
In that sense, but geeky. our kids are grumble, but we're up at like the butt crack of dawn. She's got an itinerary.
I'm good.
She's really good. She knows exactly which rides to hit. Like you could go with Geeky for like an hour or two and get to ride every damn thing in the park.
Well, it wouldn't be that, but
pretty close to it. And just go around, and she's like, okay, well, because you can avoid using your fast passes if you go with her, because she'd be like, this ride, like we've walked on the Peter Pan's flight before, because you just kind of watch the traffic flow. But I digress. Not everybody's going to do that. To do that, even with Pandora, with Flight of Passage, we've never had a fast pass for that ever, I don't think, and we just have to go really, really early.
Yeah, there's another trick to that too. You can go really, really late also, and the line isn't bad. Anyway,
told you we do this a lot.
We do. We know the tricks.
We know the deal.
Anyway. So, this is their new deal, okay? And they give you an example here. So, 2 days can be from $88 per day plus tax, 3 days, $84 plus, per day plus tax, 4 days, $79. They give you this chart and compare them. Well, actually, if you go, where do you have to link to that? Where I sent you the actual calendar. Okay, here is the link. Okay, so we can look at the calendars here. Now, when you actually look here, 2 days, it starts from 81. Like normal ticket packages, the more days you go, the cheaper it is. Now, this is saving about, like, $25 a day, something like that. Depends on how many days you go. If it's a 2 day, I think with their comparison chart, it was showing that there is a calendar. Where is the calendar? Here, we have to click on it. 2 days. Okay, so if we start from 2 days, for example, here's their prices on a 2 day start package. So it's showing 88 as the price, but it actually goes down to 81 in August. And in September, it's showing $88, but it actually dropped. The highest in September is also the $88, and it goes down to like 82, I think is the lowest. But then when you hit October, then we shoot up that the highest day could be $95. I think it's $95.
Yeah, so we're creeping right back up into, but that's because they have the
103.
Yeah, so
December it goes back down again.
So it's like what, like a 25% discount or something?
Yeah, it's not, it's not great, but it's still pretty good for Disney parks. But here I show you, like from a 2 day you can save like, what is that, like $20 some.
Yeah.
A 3 day you're saving about the same. So it's not a half price ticket, but it'll help you save money, and that's money you can put. They're probably thinking you'll put towards souvenirs or something, or food or whatever.
Yeah, or some people just kick around the hotel. But I mean, still, I think this is going to confuse people, because I can see families who don't do Disney, right, or people who just don't pay attention, buying a half price ticket, or not half price. I'm just calling it half price, but it's discounted ticket, and showing up at 10 o'clock in the morning and wondering why they can't get in, and then throwing a fit.
Well, they
and
will.
holding up the line.
I mean, they made it very clear. They will. They'll do that. I've seen it happen.
Then they'll throw a fit, and they'll hold up the line, and then they'll have to have the cast members come over and politely explain to them, these people who don't get paid very much, that no, you bought the cheap seats. You can't get in with everybody else. And I think it's gonna be a mess.
Well, I think it probably is too. What was a mess? So they started this. They used to have tickets based on the season, like first of all, it was one price all year. Then it became value time, peak time, whatever, and they had like 3 different prices. And now it goes price by day. They literally have a calendar, and it's price by day, and it's very confusing. So they have that. Now they're adding this. And then, you're right, that's what's going to happen. We see it all the time, and people aren't going to understand that, even though they're making it clear. Now, you can add a park hopper on this, but again, you can't be there till noon. So, if you don't mind going at noon, this is the deal they're giving. Now, I was rather happy with, here's my article I wrote on it at piratesandprincesses.net. That's piratesandprincesses.net.
I will put a link.
And if you go down here at the bottom, though, I did add this. I said, maybe we should call this the "Oh crap, our attendance is down" deal, or the "We can't let what's Walt Disney World's Galaxy's Edge be busy like Disneyland" deal. But I call it a win for consumer deal. Yeah,
Disney's going to hit. This is the thing. And the fact that they're discounting the tickets and they're doing free dining during the opening of Galaxy's Edge.
You can't combine deals, I don't think, on these.
I don't think you can either. But still, the fact that they're pulling out every trick to lure people, they basically have to beg you to come to Disney World when Galaxy's Edge opens.
That's what I think was going on. Their attendance is down. They're afraid it's going to be a black eye like Disneyland was. So they're doing everything they possibly can do to make sure everybody's there and it's busy and insane.
The bigger problem is going to be, okay, so they're opening the second ride, Rise of the Resistance.
Isn't that is it December 16th? What day is it?
December something.
But it's after these dates and tickets.
Yeah, they're opening that in December. But the bigger black eye, I think, is if the ride doesn't work right. because they're already, and they're going to have a lot of people. They're going to bring all these people in, and then the stupid ride's not going to work because the rumor is that they rushed this ride. They cut corners on this ride, and they're already looking at hours of downtime per day because it's such a complicated ride system. And, you know, meanwhile, it's almost like, I feel like the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing. Like, you have the Imagineers being like, this is how long it's going to take to make an impressive attraction. And then you've got the salespeople like, we got to fill these hotel rooms. I don't care. Just duct tape the damn thing together, and we're going to get people there.
It's going to be frustrating for the Imagineers. It really has to be.
Yeah, because I think they would like to take more time. Now, a lot of this goes back to what we talked about yesterday with Galaxy's Edge and you know, Bob Chapek, who is a notorious penny pincher, cutting corners, not giving Imagineering the time they wanted or expected to work on things, and then just being like, let's push more people into the parks. And that's the thing too, like what a normal person would think is crowded or capacity is not what Disney thinks. If you have any elbow room, Disney will find a way to shoehorn somebody else in between you. I mean, that's their version of capacity, of success, like when literally no other bodies can fit into the park. And you know, I think what frustrates me, again, being a nearly lifelong Disney parks fan and watching Disney being like, we want to impress you, we want to wow you, we want to, you know, do things and entertain you in ways that other people can't. Going from that mindset, and we've seen the decline over the years, going from that mindset to literally, if we could just shove people into a park with no rides and just have them shop all day and charge them to get in to go shop, we would do it. You know, it used to be that you went to the parks because they were impressive and Disney wanted to put on a good show. And oh, by the way, you bought merchandise as a souvenir of your time there. I remember going to Disneyland when I was a kid, and that's the way it was. And now it just feels like you've been saying that you go and you are just a walking ATM machine. Everything is an upcharge. You know, the prices, I mean, literally, like everything in the last 2 or 3 years, just creeping up and up and up and up to what is, frankly, a ridiculous level to ask people for. And meanwhile, we're looking at Universal, because we covered all the parks, and they've got Nintendo coming. And their mindset is still, we want to wow you. I mean, they want to sell merchandise too, but you're going to sell merchandise to people if they're impressed with what they saw, they had a good time, they want to have a souvenir. Whereas now Disney seems to be focused almost exclusively on selling you merchandise and souvenirs. And even, you know, that video we did yesterday, which I found that to be a disgusting attitude if that is actually the case. But they said that they actually skipped out on rides on Galaxy's Edge and skipped out on the restaurant because they figured people just getting to the cantina, getting an overpriced cocktail, and snapping an Instagram photo of it was sufficient. It made up
advertising them for free.
Advertising them for free.
And entertaining yourself with Instagram.
Entertaining yourself. You could go walk down the street and go to the local park and take pictures of yourself wearing clothes and whatever cocktail from a local bar or something and get the same thing and not have to pay $125 to get in.
Right.
You know, and I that's where my frustration comes from, because we remember Disney before the dark times, you know, before they took this turn, and I don't know exactly where it happened, but it's just like,
well, it's weird for me because I grew up going to Disney World like a lot younger than you've been going, and when I was a kid, it was started out like that, and then actually for a while, it kind of, the parks kind of got like stale, like they weren't doing new things, they weren't taking care of it the way they should have, and then they came back and they started doing all this cool stuff again, and you know, around the time they started putting art animation in and all that, they started turning it around, and it was really great, and then now it's starting to just like, you know, and it's not that it's going down, it's just that it's going up, but I'm talking about the money.
Yeah, and you know, again, the two things, you know, there's a reason for that, because they are building so many new attractions. They are building, you know, they're adding so much to the parks. Because there were years, like if you're a park goer, you know, there's like a 10-year stretch where from like, you know, from 9/11 to like 2010, 2011, where they did nothing. Yeah, like they really did very, very little. And they were just maintaining what they had, and they had, you know, you said about
they almost lost a lot of it and stuff too.
Yeah,
so there's a whole story there. But now then they had this big explosion. We'll call it the Renaissance of Disney, and they started doing all this cool stuff. The problem is it's expensive, and then that would, you know, it's still okay. You know, it wasn't being too gougy. And then they bought Fox.
Yeah, so this is all tied together. Now that Disney's in debt, we did another video on that. You're going to see them do this. You're going to see them bleed out the park goers because Disney always goes to theme park guests for more money when the other divisions hurt.
Right, but I think they're starting to learn that people aren't going to put up with it anymore. And now they're like, oh crap, we're going to have to do something. We're going to have to cut some costs. And I think that's what they're doing here.
Yeah, and that might be good, but I think they were testing to see like how much are people willing to pay, but it is backfiring because that's all the press talks about now. Disney's prices are too high. Now,
they are too high.
Granted, people complain every time they raise prices at Disney, but you don't understand. Like, it's been like every 6 months.
Yeah, it used to be like once a year you get a ticket increase.
Once every couple of years.
It wasn't bad. It was like a couple bucks. And then they just started like increasing and increasing and increasing. And then the annual passes just went up significantly. I mean, we're not talking like a tiny increase. It was a big increase. So it's getting to peak what people will pay, and people are getting sick of it, and they're fighting back, and the resistance is coming, and this is the resistance.
This is it. It's coming, and Disney's got to learn, and they're not going to be, kind of like the position Netflix is in right now. Pretty soon, they're not going to be the only game in town. They're not. I mean, Universal is killing it. But when Nintendo comes, Nintendo resonates with kids a hell of a lot more than Star Wars, and that is going to be some fierce competition.
So does Marvel, and Universal Orlando has the rights to the Marvel characters.
That's a whole nother issue. Yeah, Universal still has the rights to the Marvel characters. In California, they're building a Marvel land, but we're hearing they might even budget cut that because of,
But in Florida, because of an agreement that was made before Disney got hold of the Marvel characters, they have an ongoing agreement at Universal, so Universal has the Marvel characters at Disney.
Yeah, they were milking it. They were doing like Captain America breakfast and everything. Yeah. Things that should be done at Disney, they were doing at Universal.
Right, because they had the rights to it first, actually. So I don't know. The whole thing is just crazy, and I think what's going on is I'm hearing from people who go, and it's funny to me because I hear people, it's not funny, but like ironic. I'm hearing from people that go, and it's like their first time going, and they're not going back. They're like, I'm not going back there. And you ask them why, and they're saying because when I went there, it was so expensive, and you couldn't ride anything because there were so many people. And it's like, I'm not spending money just to stand there all day and look at a castle because I couldn't ride anything. And it was too crowded. People were insane. Everything was so expensive, and I got to do literally nothing because the lines were too long. And I think that's what's going on. They're packing them in, but at the cost of people not coming back. And you only can alienate people so long before you're just kind of, you don't have anybody left other than the diehard Disney magic hair flipping people.
Yeah, and there are a lot of those out there, but I'm like, where do these people get the money? They have like infinite money. Because we've had comments on previous videos from people who are like annual pass holders and stuff, and they're like, yeah, I make 6 figures, and I've been going to Disney every year for like 20 years, and I'm annual pass holder, and I'm tired of it. Mm-hmm. So Disney is sort of... So
you're alienating the pass holders and the longtime fans. You're alienating the new people that just got to go once, and they're like, oh, hell no, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
You're alienating all these people, and this is what's going to happen. So you're going to have to start thinking about the customer again. You're going to have to start putting the customers first if you want to keep the customers there.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Universal is building some really nice value resorts.
Mm-hmm. There are value resorts.
They're true value resorts, under $100 a night. They're very nice, and they're doing steeper discounts than Disney, and they've got 10-hour waits for Hagrid, the Hagrid coaster, and they've got Nintendo coming. So I'm just saying, if I could only make one trip, I was looking for the most bang for my buck. At this point, I don't know if Disney would be it.
Right, I don't think so.
I really don't know if they would be. So, anything else we have?
I was just gonna say, if you like Disney and you're a consumer, this is a good thing for you. So it's good news for people who want to go to Disney still and they want a discount on tickets. As bad news is it's probably gonna be really crowded because they're offering a rare discount on tickets. But the good news is you can save some money. So if you're wanting to go to Disney and make that trip, this might be a good time to do it because there's a lot of things going on right now. So you're getting kind of bang for your buck. But I'm gonna tell you the crowds might be bad because this might actually bring people in.
Yeah, right. It's like people are like, wow, discount. And it's like, have you ever been to Disney when they do the free dining?
Oh my God.
Like, it's ridiculous. And we actually got to the point where we're like, let's not go when they're doing free dining because it won't be as busy. But, okay, we're going to wrap this one up?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll put links to these in the description as we always do. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed so far. Trust me, we do talk about other things than Disney. It's just there's been a lot. Disney owns everything now, and there's been a lot of news about.
Plus, we
Disney.
talk about Disney every day on I do on this anyway.
Yeah,
so
so
it's
it
a
does
subject
cross
I do
over.
daily anyway. So.
Yeah, it does cross over. So please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.